Right, this video covers possessive adjectives. It's from Navegando Uno, Capítulo 4. Please open your Libro de Práctica to the indicated page so that we can start taking the notes over this information. Okay, some reminders about adjectives. We talked about these back in Chapter 2, so let's just refresh, make sure that we remember the basics. First of all, adjectives describe nouns. Okay. Please remember that adjectives are only used with nouns. An example of an adjective would be like short or red or ugly. Those are not things that you would ever use to describe a verb. You wouldn't say, I run red. Okay, it's something that only describes a noun. Please remember in Spanish that adjectives have gender and number. Remember, with gender, adjectives are either masculine or feminine. Adjectives that are feminine usually end in A. Pretty much anything else is considered to be masculine. If it's going to be feminine, it's going to have the articles la or las, una or unas in front of it. If it's masculine, it's going to have el or los, un or unos. Okay? And then number. The number indicates plurality. So if you're talking about more than one of a type of noun, like if you're talking about 7 different tables, okay, you want to say I have 7 blue tables. Since tables is plural, your adjective also has to be plural. Adjectives that end in E, L, or N do not have gender, but are either plural or singular. So inteligente, for example, ends in an E. Whether you're talking about un chico inteligente or chica inteligente, it stays the same on the ending. It keeps the E. But if you say chicos inteligentes, okay, if chicos would be plural, then inteligente would be inteligentes and be plural as well. Okay. And finally, adjectives that end in a vowel are made plural by adding S, and the ones that end in a consonant are made plural by adding ES. Rules for possessive adjectives. These are a little bit different. Okay, they're used to show possession or relationships. So this is like my, your, his, her, ours. In Spanish, possessive adjectives must come before the noun they modify. Usually, when we're talking about color or we're talking about like characteristic descriptions, like tall, short, ugly, skinny, fat, big, small, whatever. The adjective comes after the noun that we're modifying. These possessive adjectives, like mine and yours and such, come in front of the noun they modify. So if you want to say my book, you would say mi libro. Okay, the my comes in front of it, just like it does in English. And they also have to agree in gender and number. So if you wanted to say my books, you would have to make it mis libros. Okay, here are your possessive adjectives. I've organized them for you by the corresponding subject pronoun just to make it a little bit easier for you. They're all listed here for you. The ones that require the modification in gender are in the nosotros and the vosotros form. So for when you're saying ours and your alls, that's when you would need to pay really close attention to the gender. And if you'll also notice that the el, ello, usted, and ellos, ellas, ustedes have the same possessive adjective. It's the su or sus. So you'll need to pay really close attention to the context of the situation so you would know whether we're talking about his duck or their ducks. Okay, a couple of examples for you if you want to say my brother. Mi hermano. Hermano is masculine singular, so we're just going to use the singular form of my. The next one, your sisters. Tus hermanas. Hermanas is plural, so two becomes tus. Even though you are only one person, it doesn't have anything to do with you. We decide that the adjective is plural based on whatever's being possessed. In this case, would be your sister. So your sisters, the your becomes plural because it's the adjective. All right, our grandma is next. Okay, nuestro is how we would say our, but since we're talking about grandma and she's a girl, we're going to make it nuestra abuela. Okay, next, their uncle is su tío. Okay, this is again like the your sisters. There is more than one person, okay? So we're obviously talking about two or more people here. But Sue is going to be singular because we're basing it on the uncle. We only have one uncle in this situation, so it's going to be Sue instead of Sue's. Finally, his parents, sus padres. Okay, same situation here. His indicates when we're talking about one guy, so you would think that the Sue part would be singular, but it's actually going to be plural because parents is plural, and that's the word that's being modified. Okay, showing possession. There is no such thing as an apostrophe S in Spanish. I see people writing things all the time like Marco's libro. That is not correct. We have to stop writing that. It is not correct. That structure doesn't even exist in the Spanish language. Okay. The sentence or statement has to be restructured to show possession, and here's the formula. The item being possessed plus de plus the person possessing the item. So a couple of examples to help make that a little more clear. Sarah's mother. In English, we would use the apostrophe S to indicate possession. In Spanish, it's restructured completely differently. So it's la madre de Sara. So the item, or in this case, the person being possessed, we're showing a relationship here. So la madre, the mother. De means of. And then the person possessing the item, or the person we're showing relationship to, is Sarah. So the mother of Sarah instead of Sarah's mother. Okay, same thing with Juan and Marco's car. We have el carro de Juan y Marco. Okay, no apostrophe S. And then finally, Grandpa's cat becomes el gato de abuelo, which is the cat of Grandpa, or Grandpa's cat. All right. If you have any questions about this information, please make sure that you jot them down your notes and ask me about them when you come to class. I'll be more than happy to re-explain anything. Thanks.